So, welcome everyone. Another episode, another fantastic episode of Shoot the Five with myself, Xavier Porter, the host, co-host Pat DeMoss. He should be joining us in a few minutes or so. Before we get started, we want to let everyone know we have two special guests on the line tonight who are getting ready to have their rematch fight on October 27th at the Hula Theater in Madison Square Garden. We have Heather the Heat Hardy and Shelly's Way Vincent. Both women are fighting for the vacant WBO Featherweight Championship title. We're excited to have both of you guys back on the show. And now we have something else to add to the fact that not only the rematch is finally taking place, but the match is going to be shown on HBO. Sure. So ladies, how do y'all feel about that?
Well, it was a long time coming. I mean, it took a lot to get it done, but I mean, thanks to Peter Nelson. If it wasn't for him, it never would have happened.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Same as her. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. It's a blessing, and me and Heather have been blessed with the opportunities that we've been given. I just wish that other girls were shown before us, and it happened before the last show, but absolutely amazing and beautiful, and it is a good step in the direction for women.
Now, what went into the decision? Because I know it's the decision to have this the fight shown on the network. Because I know it's been a lot of banter and banging on doors to say, hey, we need to get this fight, shown. Like, so how did the decision come about? Did you guys kick the door on yourselves also? What did y'all do? How did this work?
I called them. I was, a couple of weeks ago, I was drunk one night. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to call him because the closed mouth don't get fed and nothing else is happening. I called. I sent a bunch of emails to every personal address I could find. And I was just kind of like, help us because I know you can help us. And I figured, I woke up the next day, I was like, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. What the fuck is wrong with me? And Lou called me, a couple days ago. This happened 2-3 weeks ago that I emailed him. I never heard back from him. Figured that he ignored the messages or his secretary opened them. And Lou called me the other day. I'm walking out of the A train. He's like, let me ask you a question, Heather. Did you fucking call Peter Nelson? I was like, maybe.
Our co-host Pat DeMoss just joined us. Welcome, Pat.
I'm curious. How's the animosity right now between you two? Considering that we're a lot closer to the fight. Oh, you're good. I was just asking Heather, how's the animosity between you two since we're a lot closer to the fight than last time we all spoke with each other? Is the tension rising? Is it about the same?
I mean, I think obviously it's not as bad as it was. I think that once we see each other, that's when the shit's going to get fucking heated. Because I know she wants to win. I know I want to win. And you know what I'm saying? It's just going to, it has to be there. It's going to be there when we see each other.
Yeah, and I think that if we didn't get together this camp and really work together to put pressure on HBO, pressure on the networks, pressure to sell the tickets, do all that stuff, then these things wouldn't have got done. I mean, you put on a more united front when you work together when we both want the same thing, right? Money, exposure. We all want the same thing. And
you know what?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I
not to say you whether we're friends, not friends, acquaintances, coworkers, whatever you want to call it, the bell rings. It's business. It's business.
Yeah, man. It's business, and you know what I'm saying. For me, I want to prove that she didn't beat me that first time. You know what I'm saying? So that's always in the back of my mind. And I tell you this. I'm so confident. I know for a fact. I feel it in my heart. The way my training is going, the way my weight is, the way everything, the way I'm doing with my sparring partners. There's no way in hell I'm walking in that ring and I'm fucking losing. I'm not. I know that. I'm that confident. I know I'm going to get it tatted on me before the fight. I know I'm winning that fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Heather, what do you say to that?
I'm not. I ain't into talking. I've won 21 professional boxing matches. You know, I've been in MMA. I've been competing long enough, and I never am one to talk. I know what I'm doing. I know who I am. I know who I've been toe-to-toe with in the past 2 months training, who I'm going out there doing 8 and 10 rounds with. I know what I got to, and that's what makes exciting fights, when you get two girls in the ring who are willing to die in there without leaving with that belt. And that's what you got. I ain't got to talk to anybody. Anybody who knows me knows how I fight. I fight in there like only one of us is coming out alive. I'm glad she's confident. That promises for a good fight. But I know what I'm bringing. I ain't got to say it.
Do you two find it harder since – what's harder exactly, to win the first fight and then knowing you have to defend that win, or losing that first fight and then just having that hunger build up?
I didn't lose that first fight. I didn't lose that first fight. I didn't. People from her gym said I didn't lose that fight. People, celebrities, said I didn't lose that fight. There are people that think she won that fight. There's people that think I won that fight. A lot of people thought it should have been a draw. Do you know what I'm saying? But in my heart, I know I won that fucking first fight. And this time, I have more to prove. Because I'm going to prove that one, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't what it was. And then after I win, I immediately want to fight Heather again. Just to prove that the first one wasn't what everybody's saying. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is the scorecard and then the commentary. So even the commentary was like, oh, this fight's so close, it could go either way. And then to have it like that those were the scores, like it didn't even make sense. And Heather knows that. Come on. So
I don't even remember what the scores were.
The score was fucking terrible. It was like 3 blind mice. They had me winning like 1 round. Fucking Ray Charles, fucking Stevie Wonder, and some other guy was there. But, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to disrespect, but, you know what I'm saying, the judges or anything, but it's like, come on, dude. I went 1 round. One person has it a draw, the other one has me winning 1 round, and they have me throwing like 11 punches. I don't throw 11 punches with a fever. Anybody that says I wasn't the aggressor, anybody that says that I didn't land the bigger, harder, better shot, it's crazy. Like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already past that. That's a loss. It's on the paper. It is what it is. I'm going to use that to drive me to go above and beyond this time. Like, I'm telling you, the work that I put in, it's like I feel it in my heart. This is too much. There's no way in hell I'm walking out of there without that fucking strap.
Well, we started seeing it in a lot of boxing matches, many controversial decisions, whether that be in the right way or the wrong way. Boxing really has a reputation of bad judging. Do you guys have any input on, sometimes why this judging gets so jumbled up, or is it just part of the culture at this point?
Well, it's usually like if you have like the promoter's fighter, but when we fought, we were both the promoter's girl. He didn't give a shit which one of us won. He didn't really care.
No, I don't think that's factual at all.
You always say that. You always say
I was asked, are you willing to play the villain? I said, I'm willing to play whatever I got to play. Everybody knows I'm not a villain.
So you disagree with what Heather says, Shelly, in regards to what what Heather just said with regards to the promoter not caring?
I'm not saying that he doesn't care. I'm just saying it was. What did I say before I even went in there? The only way I'm going to beat Heather is if I get a knockout. Do you knock out Heather Hardy? Like, no, you hit Heather with a fucking brick. But you know what I'm saying? But
I got that strong Irish face. You got to.
Hey, I'm saying, but hey, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Heather's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't knock out Heather Hardy. You know what I'm saying? That was she's tough. But you know what I'm saying? Was it did they want Heather to win? The public, everything? Yeah, she's blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? They asked me, am I willing to play the villain? What did that tell you right there?
You was the villain for years. What are you talking about? Like you signed up for it the night of the fight.
Right, but look at me having a strong personality and stating what I feel doesn't make me a villain. It makes me fucking real. And I don't sugarcoat anything. But that doesn't make me a bad person or a villain. That just makes me saying, hey, this is what I feel, this is what I'm going to say. And really, that's how I should be, because that's how everybody should be. You shouldn't be worried about what anybody thinks about you.
So when you say like the villain being made out to play the villain, are you saying it from like a social media standpoint, or how people are, perceiving you as a person?
That's what I was asked, and that's all I'm gonna say is that you're willing to play the villain. I said I'll be the villain. I guess I'm like fucking. What's the guy? It's a good guy, but he steals shit. Well, like I'll be like him. What was his name? I was about to say Peter Pan, but that's not
Robin Hood. Robin
Hood.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? It was just good for women's boxing. Like I said, me and Heather are rivals. We have a lot of respect for each other now. But when it comes down to fighting and getting in that ring, I think it's the bad blood is going to come back up. Just for that period of time. Like, when I say like forever. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have so much passion behind this one because of the first one and because of the situation and everything, I was also told that if I went there, the next one would be here. And nothing that was said to me happened. So it's just like you just got to get past it and get over it. Like, I'm going through so much shit right now, and I just really I was sitting in my car, and I was like, you know what? Like, I can't worry about shit. I just got to worry about what I got to do and everything else. Fuck everybody, fuck everyone, and just, I just got to, I'm receiving many, many blessings, and I can't complain about life anymore.
Yeah, I was going to ask a question in regards to the rematch, and I was going to pose it to both of you. Heather, what are your thoughts on that? Because if, let's say you're not victorious in this fight, or let's say you are victorious, would that kind of keep you away from the cage and fighting going back into MMA and Bellator?
What, you mean like if I win or lose?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose, but, I mean, really the next one is going to come down to opportunity, right? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. If Bellator is going to offer me a ton of money, I'll get back into the cage. I really, like I'm doing this. I don't, like, I love boxing and everything. I love fighting, but I got a 14-year-old who goes to private school, who wants to take drum lessons and art lessons and go on vacations and go to concerts. She costs me a friggin' fortune. Like, I have to do this every couple of months, or I can't sustain this kid's life. So it's like, if they're going to offer me money to get in the cage, it's like, shit, I guess I'm wrestling again, Like it depends on what comes up. If something huge comes, I was going to take the fight at the Coliseum. Bellator is going to be at the Coliseum in 2 weeks. And if I wasn't offered this fight, the only reason why I took it was for the world title. It wasn't even HBO on the table until a week ago.
Yeah.
So wherever there's opportunity, that's where I'm going to go. But the rest of my career is going one fight at a time from this one out.
Got you. But the best opportunities for you is how you're viewing every fight that's offered to you. It's like if it's worth it, or if the money is there, exactly, definitely for the money.
Right. I see what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do another fight, where I'm going to go next. I mean, everything is going one fight at a time. I don't have plans outside of October 27th right now.
Okay. Pat, you had a question?
Yeah, it's regards to training. First of all, Shelly, I saw you've been using egg weights. How do you like those?
Man, egg weights, those are the best things I've ever done. I hate hand weights, and if you always hate, they're amazing. They're the best. I suggest everybody go out and cop some. Like, they're so comfortable. You don't even feel like you have anything in your hand. They're just heavy, very comfortable.
Yeah, they are really great. And
you can use them for more than boxing, but for everything. Yeah,
I use them for lacrosse. Yeah, I just saw you using those. I was like, yep, yeah, those are those are a great tool. But the fight's a few weeks away. What does training camp look like right now in terms of your training camp? Is it a lot of sparring? Is it a lot of technical work, footwork?
I'm doing a lot of sparring, like mad rounds. I'm doing drills. I'm just doing everything that I need to do, But we're just doing. I work out 2 times a day. I don't have to do 3 times a day, because my weight's good. And I'm not lifting weights like I was. I was lifting like a lot of weights before. Now I'm doing more like I do my thing, but it's strength conditioning more together, more like prison style, body weight type of stuff. And I actually feel stronger. It's crazy. I was like, damn, I should have listened to Pete, and I should have stopped lifting all those weights a long time ago. It's like, but I like to have nice arms. But yeah, but lots and lots of sparring.
Heather, what's your camp look like right now?
Actually, much of the same. You know, I work with Devon and I work with Blimp. So it's like I work with Devon for technique. I work with Blimp later in the day to do like boxing drills and conditioning drills. I just started working. This is my first camp ever working with a strength and conditioning coach more than like once a week or, you know, going routinely. It's like everyone keeps laughing at me because they're like, you never exercised before and you got 21 wins. My first time exercising. And, you know, I'm not doing lots and lots of sparring. Like I used to spar probably 4 times a week, and now I kind of cut it down. So I'm doing like 2 hard spars, 8 to 10 rounds a week, which is like different. And I have more energy, like you know, to put into the rounds I'm doing. I don't feel as fatigued, so I feel good. I mean, this is one of the first camps in my entire career that I've had this much time to prepare, so I'm looking forward to it.
Now, being that you two had that hell of a battle for 8 rounds. This fight is 10 rounds, correct?
No, it was 10 rounds. The other one was 10 rounds
the
too.
first one was 10 rounds.
Okay, and this fight is 10 rounds also because the belt's on the line as well, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you rate each other's power?
I mean, neither one of us are knockout power, so I ain't gonna sit here and say the girl can't punch or she can't punch, and I mean that's just asking us to be shitty to each other. Neither one of us have knockout power, right? So let's just put that on the table right there. I got 4 knockouts in 21 fights, 1 in my MMA fight. I don't even know how many she has.
Yeah, no, I don't have many, but yeah, I mean, I will say this: Heather looks stronger now due to the strength and conditioning.
The strength and conditioning, and I'm doing rounds with bigger girls, so I feel like I've had to hit harder and get stronger. Like one of my sparring partners, I don't even know what weight class she fights in, but yo, if I don't hit this girl hard, she'd kill me. so it's been fun mixing in bigger girls in my sparring just to make me like up my power a little bit because I never really used it before. I was so much more of a what do you call it? Like a volume puncher.
Okay. Now, being that you won the last fight, Heather, and Shelly, you feel like you won the last fight, is there anything that you feel that you need to change to make it more of a convincing all-around win?
You'll see fight night.
We had 2 years to improve our boxing technique and our style. I mean, that's like taking a test in sophomore year and then taking the same test as a senior. We're talking 2 years that you learn more things in boxing, pick up more technique, pick up more drills. I mean, you can't imagine that the 2 of us are going to get in there and give you the same fight because we're not going to be the same fighters.
I might come out a whole different fighter. Just never know.
Okay. Pat?
Hey, yeah, back to the power thing really quick. This is just kind of a question I have. Do you think power in your – is that something you can develop, or do you think, some people argue it's just kind of like a God-given talent that you have power in your hands, or do you think you can actually develop it?
With steroids.
I mean, anything can be learned.
No, I think that it's just something either you have it or you don't. I mean, rather you can learn to turn your hips a little bit more and put a little bit more, weight behind it, but either you're born with it or you're not. It's not something that, unless you're taking something that whoa, that's fucking different,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-minute rounds, going 10, and it's a championship fight. Now, Heather, you wanted this belt for quite some time because you want to put that banner up in Gleason's.
For sure.
How much motivation is this particular fight right here?
I mean, it's, I don't need extra motivation for a belt, for a paycheck. Like, I go into win every fight the same exact way. And I've said that before, like, probably 20 times when people ask me. I don't have more motivation for stuff. Boxing is a type of sport where if you lose, you're lucky if you get another chance. So you've got to go into every fight like you've got to win if you want to keep moving forward. Every fight is a must-win, whether it's Shelly Vincent, a WBO world title on HBO, it don't matter. My 3rd fight at Roseland Ballroom, I didn't even know who I fought. I had to win it if I wanted the chance to go for number 4. I don't fight with that, oh my God, this is so much more important than the last one, because I fight every fight like it's just as important.
Right.
Shelly?
Same. I mean, I'm putting a little bit more into this one and a little bit more thought and everything just because of the outcome of the first one, and I don't feel that it was right, so I want to justify that wrong. But other than that, they're all the same, man. You're going in there, you're getting hit in your face, you're hitting somebody, somebody's trying to hurt you, you're trying to hurt somebody. It's the same urgency every time. So, you know, it's like she said, you got to take everyone like it's that fight, you know, in order to get to the next one. She's absolutely right. I'm 100 with her on that.
Now, you both mentioned previously in the last interview we spoke with regards to, like, ticket sales and having to get tickets and consignment and things of that nature. How has the support been? And do you expect to get, like, a large amount of people to purchase tickets maybe, like, I would say maybe a week or two before, well, we are a week or two before the fight.
That's where most of them go.
Yeah, that's the question, yeah. Like, people start to really like, okay, let me get to the gym, or let me get in contact with Heather, let me get in contact with Shelly to get the tickets? Or do you expect, like, a large amount of people to just come rushing in, like, maybe a day or two before the fight to buy tickets?
Everybody comes a day or two before.
Yeah.
I'm a world champion of selling tickets, man.
Well, most of my tickets are gone. The thing that did happen with me is I had some people return the tickets when they said it was going to be on TV because my people are driving mad far. So that was the disappointing part of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a gift and a curse. You know, double-sided knife. But I'm not even worried about it. Most of my tickets are gone, and like Heather said, like the last 2 or 3 days, because most people live check to check. You know what I'm saying? Especially my people out here. So, you know what I'm saying? It's boom. It's usually that last week or the day of the fucking weigh-in. Everybody's hitting you up, and you're like, man, you're disrespectful.
I know. I feel the same way. Like, people call me and I go, click.
Or the day of the fight, you still got tickets. You're like, come on, man. Like, you know damn well you should have got them last week because you hurting me getting them at the door. But I mean, people can't help it. Some people just don't have money like that. So I'm just glad that people come out and support, and that people are gonna watch it on TV because I'm pretty sure me and Heather are gonna have some crazy ass numbers for this. So, you know, I'm just glad my family gets to see it because none of my family lives down here no more. So at least they're gonna be able to. That makes me feel good that they're gonna be able to watch that now and see it without having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on plane tickets to come down here.
Have you guys been told what promotional duties you have to do?
Huh? Oh, and another thing, most of my tickets are from out of state that I've sold, like plane tickets and flying in hotels. It's crazy. I was mind blown when I realized how many people are flying in to come see the fight.
Pat, can you ask that question again, Pat?
Yeah, I was just curious. Have you guys been told yet, or do you know what kind of promotional duties you're going to have to do now that it's being aired?
I didn't understand what you said.
What type of promotional duties you have to do now that it's being aired? Yeah.
Meaning, do you have to make appearances somewhere? Do you have to, like, you know...
I think for the most part, we set up our own stuff. We set up our own ticket selling parties, our own events, our own shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... Lou very rarely will call and say, you have to do this. Like, we kind of... Part of our job for all these years has been to take that incentive on our own. Any kind of ticket selling, media workouts, autograph giveaways, special classes, promo shit, that stuff we made up ourselves so that we could sell tickets, you know, and get people excited about the fight.
Yep.
But I guess it has...
I'd be like, you get a free lap dance with the purchase of 2 weeks.
Well,
but you got it from somebody else, not me.
It's silly. Well, let me ask you this: why is it that way? Like, you know, if you guys are the fighters, you guys are putting everything online. You're putting yourself through so much wear and tear in your body to prepare for the fight, to actually go through the fight and come out the fight. You know, why is it that you guys are not getting the help on the other end in that aspect?
Yeah, but
we have to prove that people want to see
it. We don't do that for nobody.
Right.
Boxing promoters don't do that for nobody. It's not like, you know, anybody else gets it. Like, you know, the girls for a long time had to sell tickets because it was our only way to get on shows. So we got crafty with that. But it's not like the big shows. Even the guys are getting big media workouts or big, you know, they're not doing anything really either. Boxing doesn't do a great job of promoting its fighters, and I say this a lot. Like, You get someone like Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, one of the best fighters out there right now. He could walk into like a crowded mall. How many people you think would know who he was? Right? Like outside of boxing fans, boxing isn't like mainstream because the promoters really don't do that.
Yeah.
We do all that ourselves.
Yep.
Now, with the fight being on HBO, and this is supposed to be announced that HBO, this will be HBO's last showcase boxing event. I mean, they're going to do documentaries and continue with the sports department, but this is supposed to be supposedly their last boxing match shown. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm hoping that they change their mind, and because HBO, they've been doing it for so long. It's like, damn, man, it's like it's almost sad. Well, hopefully they change their minds and they keep pushing, and that they realize people do still want to see it. I mean, I think a lot of people are gonna get rid of HBO if they really get rid of the boxing. So hopefully something changes. It's heartbreaking though.
And so neither of you are signed with in a network. So what if the opportunity was presented where, like, maybe, let's say, DAZN came to you guys, offered a contract, and say, "How about you fight on our global platform?" What would your thoughts on that? Because I was told that it was a possibility that your guys' fights was going to be shown as an undercard on the DAZN platform, but I wasn't, it wasn't confirmed. It was just something that someone told me.
Yeah, but when we both have contracts with Lou DiBella, we can't talk about entering contracts with anybody else. That'll get you in trouble. We can't talk about signing with a network if we're both already promoted by somebody. That ain't how it works.
Right.
Okay.
We would have to all sit down and work it out with the promoter.
Okay.
But everything has to go through the promoter. Like, that's why I almost got in trouble for calling HBO. I'm not supposed to do that shit.
Okay. Now I see I get it now. Now I get it. It must have been a fun conversation between you and Lou.
As is everyone. All right, guys, I'm sorry to be rude, but I had a long day, so can we wrap this up?
Absolutely, we understand. Any last words before the 27th?
Oh, man. I think we're just ready to get in there and do our thing.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you both calling in. I know your schedule's been tough, and you got to go back to work and get ready for the 27th. But we appreciate you both, and I will see you both at the fight.